This is 3 easy ways to make $1,000. And I'm gonna add a little time frame on here. If I had to make $1,000 from scratch and I had nothing, no money to get started, and just a couple months time was my goal, here's my exact formula, my exact strategy of what I would do. Out of all the things you could do online, there's one skill set that everybody needs. Entrepreneurs need, influencers need, businesses need, college students need. This is the superpower money-making skill set, and it's so easy to do. It's so easy to learn if you are basically think you're really bad at it. But the skill set is copywriting. Copywriting. This is a skill set of basically you on your laptop typing in words for some type of purpose. Everybody needs copy. I run lots of ads. I need copy on what type of ads I should run. Influencers, they get tired. They're so annoyed of posting online to all their followers, and they want to outsource the copy. So that's something you could do. People need help with their research papers. Literally, and this is probably not the best thing, but you could actually say you do someone's homework for them online and people would pay you for it. I mean, it could be your thing. Not my thing, but copywriting is such a beautiful skill set. And the master plan on how just by writing to make $1,000, it's easy. I can't believe you can make this much money doing it. One of my friends, Alex Fasulo, is a 7-figure earner just with copywriting. She's proof in the pudding and the proof of concept that this works. So let's get into the first tactic. I guess if I was to back up, let's say you did not know how to do copywriting, the first thing you'd have to do is go to YouTube and probably watch 20 hours of what makes a good copywriter. Okay, so you're ready to do copywriting and you want to tell the world, hey, hire me, I want to make my $1,000. Here's the first place you should basically post your skill and your services. It's a place called Fiverr. It's a marketplace with all kinds of services, but copywriting, people can make money. That's where Alex Fazula has made most of her money is through Fiverr. And you'll notice, if you go to Fiverr and you type in copywriting, you're gonna be like, oh my gosh, there's already so many people here. What do I do? And you might think it's too competitive. So you need to dive into specific search queries of interest of where copywriting can apply. And again, I think the best places to go are going to be in content creation, I think in research, and then content, I was more thinking social media, but blogging specifically is always I feel like the internet is this big hungry animal and there's never enough blogs on the internet, so people are always looking for that. But this is basically the top 3 places I would start, because I think if you go further into like technical writing, you actually have to be knowledgeable of what you're writing about. But let's say you do have a background in, it could be cars, it could be health. You could tie that in, and with that background, now you can actually add value in your writing versus just writing in terms of like volume, which as I think is the best place to start, is people need the content and you're really just doing the work. It's not necessarily specialized, but it's valuable because it helps that person save time. So when you create your first gig on Fiverr, the very minimum you could do it for is $5. It's not what I would recommend. I'd probably would do 5 to, let's say, 25. And the whole point of getting started in a relationship is basically to make a good impact. You may not getting paid the money you work, but you make a relationship, and if you do a good job, they may want to hire you again. And this little concept of adding value is basically creates a ladder, and this is called a value ladder. And even though you're starting small, what you could potentially negotiate after that first gig is a higher contract for another project. They want to work with you again, and you say, hey, it was great, I got started with you, but if you want to work with me, my real rate is $100. And let's say that's going good, and then they're like, we love you so much, can we hire you like full-time or part-time? You say, hey, I can do it on a part-time retainer, $1,000 a month, and of course you're gonna have to deliver services that are worth that much, but eventually it could lead to potentially a $10,000 contract. And that is essentially one business model where you've created an agency. And now, it's not necessarily passive because you're working, but you work your way up through the relationships of Fiverr, and it can be big. Again, I'm gonna say Alex Fazula's name one last time here, someone who's made 7 figures using a value ladder system. So Fiverr is just one tip. The other 2 places you should go to, I'm just gonna combine them here, is a place called Contra and then a place called Upwork. And this is where you're not necessarily just creating one-off gigs, but you're landing project work. And to do these successfully, you will have to add a hourly wage of what you would like to get paid. I don't know what your financial position is, but I'm more of the mindset that if you are hustling, if you're new, and if you can afford to do this with your time, it is totally okay to get paid less than what you're worth now for the factor that you can add value, build experience to charge more in the future. There's a lot of people, I don't know if it's a millennial thing, but like we're really, our pride and ego with what we get paid is like really connected. And it's like, well, I'm worth more than that, so I ain't gonna do that. I don't know what it is. But I came from like, I don't know, super scrappy Mexican background. I was like willing to just work for free to get the experience and then build a portfolio and hey, now I make a lot of money. I put in my time and my grind, right? So you have to pick something. Here's one real reason why you actually should charge less in the beginning is to build reviews. How these platforms work and what allows you permission to charge more is getting these nice stars that say, Adrian is amazing to work with. I had amazing experience, and you keep getting more reviews, and that allows you to charge more money. At the beginning, when you have 0 reviews, your account's brand new, and you're applying to places on Contra and Upwork that could already be $10,000, $1,000 a month. They're gonna look at you, and unless you like really impress them with your cover letter and your explanation why you're a good fit, most likely they're gonna be like, pass, or you're not worth that money. So work for free or work for a lower price, deliver really good value, and understanding that you're not getting paid worth your time, but you have a dream, you have a plan to eventually charge more. And once you've landed, let's say 10 to 20 reviews that are great, now you can start applying to those money-making gigs and crush it. No joke, this is my exact plan that I would do if I lost everything, if I wanted to make an extra $1,000 this month. I'd learned copywriting, it's a skill set I know now, but if I had nothing and my memory was erased, I'd learn copywriting because it is the money-making skill of the internet. I would then create gigs on Fiverr just to get started, and then eventually start moving my way up to Contra and Upwork, eventually landing retainers, residual income from a skill set of typing on a keyboard. Insane. What do you think of this strategy? Realistic? Are you gonna give it a go? Comment below and let me know. Otherwise, best of luck. I hope you try it. Thanks for watching. This is Adrian. Peace and God bless.